Welcome back to our channel!
We went to the Dubai Expo 2020 for 4 days.
And we finished 100 pavilions.
Yeah.
So now we are doing this video for our top 10 most worth it to visit pavilions. So without further ado, let's go with the top 10.
Hi! Cheese!
Go with the top 10.
First is China.
China Pavilion looks like a normal coliseum, but in the inside you can see a robot. There's a 3D image or display that you will feel that you will be on outer space. Once the display changes, you can feel that you are in the red planet Mars. They will also showcase the cockpit of their bullet train or a fast rail train. Everybody knows that China is on innovative, so this is the last display that they can show you. A futuristic electric car. Number 9.
Egypt.
Here is the Egypt pavilion, so we expect some mummies and all the artifacts. How about this huge wall that was converted to a display? And on top of the display, you can see the Great Pyramids. The display also tells you some history of the Egypt. How about this cool looking chamber in the Egypt? Expected, here is some coffin of something. So he's a priest in Egypt, and they have this original coffin of him. There is a replica of Mask of Tutankhamun. We should all know that Tutankhamun is the youngest pharaoh of Egypt. The replica of the Tutankhamun tomb in Valley of Kings, and this cool looking wall on the second floor of the pavilion. Number 8.
Luxembourg.
Now let's go to Luxembourg. At first, their president gonna greet you on one of the display in the entrance.
At Expo 2020 in Dubai. Have a fascinating journey into the sourceful Luxembourg.
Hello!
How about these lot of displays that is welcoming you in different languages? And their show, we're not going to play it, the whole thing, because yeah, it will spoil if you want to visit the Luxembourg Pavilion. garden, you will have this kind of unique slide. And these cool looking balls in the handrails. If you try to look at it inside, you have those different tourist spots in Luxembourg. Number 7.
Pakistan.
Now the Pakistan pavilion. So upon entering, you will feel like you are entering a Himalayas mountains. And then their tourist spot, of course, Pakistan is very popular with the Himalayas, so there's a lot of mountains. Then the work of art in Pakistan, the biggest red salt that we saw. Number 6.
UAE.
Now we are heading to UAE pavilion. Well, this is one of the biggest pavilion in the. It's like an alien-like structure. In the outside of the pavilion, you can see some stream of water. I think this is a copy of their tradition, foliage. So foliage is like the sources of.
So inside there's a real sand with the effects.
Every time you run into the floor, you can see a strand. So each strand has different colors that represent the different emirates. And this cool display that is all deserts, but when a person standing parallel to the display, it changes to a show that is related for innovation. And this is their show. We are not going to show all the story, so you can just go visit UAE, or we're going to show you in the next videos. It depends. We are already half through of our top 10, so there is a 2 pavilions that, let's say, it's a worth a visit, but not because it's only top 10, so we can't include all of the pavilions. So we have 2 that is a worth a visit, that is
Lebanon.
what we enjoy about Lebanon is the swing. We are tired of walking the whole day, and this swing, it makes us feel relaxed. And
Korea.
Republic of Korea pavilion, you can see the box that is twisting.
So this phone camera, you can also use this one. For example, you use this one in front of the camera. You can see the 3D picture of the Busan. So that was great.
Now let's continue with the top 10. Number 5.
USA.
Now the USA. The land of freedom. In their pavilion, you have this conveyor belt that will help you tour around the pavilion. From left and right side, you will have history of America and this cool looking replica of a torch. From this point, there's a lot of story that inventions of Americans.
Ambition and the relentless pursuit of a dream. Alexander Graham Bell's telephone single-handedly changed the language of human contact, along with our perception of the modern world, bridging distances that had once kept us separated. At the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, Nikola Tesla illuminated the world as audiences witnessed a new technology, the alternating current, another American invention that now electrifies our world. Modern mobility arrived when the Ford Motor Company revealed the Model T assembly line. The car was now within reach from many, bringing the world closer to their home. Mobility was dramatically expanded by the emergence of the jet age. Air travel changed our perspective of the world below as it became more affordable, resulting in a world in which we more readily impacted one another.
And this is their show. Picturean men han. Picturean.
All we need to do is look inward, upward, and forward, applying our unlimited creativity and capacity for innovation to the challenges of today and tomorrow. This is life, liberty, and the pursuit of the future.
The USA Pavilion also has a replica of Mars Opportunity rover. So this is the one that was officially dead on 2018.
This is the stone from the moon.
And right in the exit, you can see a replica of the SpaceX. Number 4.
Italy.
Now we are here in Italy Pavilion. At first, you will see a giant propeller that was beside the walkway. This hanging garden, and inside the hanging garden you can see the displays of tourist spot in the Italy. You have this different model of the aircraft that was produced in Italy, and some of the display is from the how the astronaut is living in the space, including their food. And of course, in Italy you will find a lot of statues like these ones, and it's so magnificent. Number 3.
Russia.
This colorful pavilion is from Russia Pavilion. Inside there is a giant replica of brain that you can see the pulses of the brains. This welcome to Expo, that resemblance of St. Basil's Cathedral in Moscow.
Christmas tree.
Cognitive associations match exactly the physiological connections between the nerve cells. That brings together mental and physical phenomena, the subjective and the objective. The human brain contains some 86 billion neurons, and each of them can have 10,000 connections. They make hundreds of trillions of contacts with each other. Cognition could be imagined as countless aurora borealis layers, but the nature of the process is different. The complexity of interactions, not the sheer number of neurons, makes our brain so special. If we're looking for a comparison, the human brain is not a computer, but rather the whole internet.
The work of this mental
Testimony to the fact that cooperative tools inherent to our brain can be used on a different scale to produce communities and organizations. The brain develops by changing its interconnections. The more connections between people, the richer the common field of ideas.
The miracle of complexity, the miracle of connectedness, the miracle of cooperation. Science is international. Russia is willing to bring its share of ideas to the future of humanity.
Any decent future for humanity can be summed up by just one word: cooperation.
And number 2,
Saudi Arabia.
at first you can see this fountain. I cannot say it's fountain, it's more like a shower. So a lot of people is going inside and outside. Be careful, you will end like getting wet all over your body. Their escalator, you can see a tourist spot in Saudi Arabia. So you can see a lot of like a fort or a castle, and their tradition, their song, and also their culture. In this wall, in the second floor, you can see a lot of tourist spots also in Saudi Arabia. And literally in the middle of it, there is a giant bowl that you can see a lot of tourist attractions. You can see the top view of Mecca.
Babalik kami dyan.
while descending to the escalator, you can see on your left and right side is like an F1 race that was held in Saudi Arabia. The last display is like a globe-like, and there's a lot of Islamic designs on it. After our sightseeing inside the pavilion, we saw this delicious ice cream. Yeah, it's a bit expensive for 35 dirhams, but it's very delicious. And it's like a fresh ones. Before revealing the top one pavilion, which is our favorite, there is something missing in our adventure, and that is food. So we gonna recommend the
Thailand's food.
Yeah, in Thailand's pavilion there is a Thailand restaurant. But just to make it clear, we didn't went to the pavilion yet, just because it's a bit popular. So we went there and tried out their dishes. And for the dessert will be
Korean food.
yes, there's a bingsu. It's a green tea bingsu.
Yes.
And now we're going to resume the top most favorite pavilion for us. That is
Kazakhstan.
yeah, Kazakhstan. Last but not the least, the Kazakhstan.
Masks of all the times and keep safe distance. The free show will start on this screen, so if you decide to record a video or take a photo, please do not use the flashlights. Please enjoy the show.
Imagine an invisible network that connects everyone on planet Earth. All the people you have seen today, all the people you have ever met, everyone in history, billions of human beings. We are all connected, and always have been, by our DNA. Our genetic code tells the story of our common origin. Homo sapiens emerged about 300,000 years ago, and the early human populations began to disperse across continents and give birth to great civilizations along the DNA migration routes. The Great Steppe of Eurasia was one of those significant places in world history, homeland to numerous ancient cultures whose inventions influenced early global development. The historical movements of people, ideas, and technologies shaped our modern world. Traces of our ancestors' genetic and cultural spirit can still be found in our DNA. Our roots have brought us together. Let us remember that we are all related.
Ganda dito.
Welcome to the land of the Great Steppe. Welcome to Kazakhstan.
Inside the pavilion you have this like a garden with a lot of display with different landscape in Kazakhstan. This guy explaining the inventions of their ancestors.
And they also made their own calendar for different agricultural purposes. Also here you can see the nomadic worldview. Before coming Islam in Central Asia, the nomads believed in the sky deity Tengri, and according to Tengrism, people should live in balance with the nature. That's why our ancestors practiced sustainable lifestyle. And here you may see different information about the different inventions of the nomads. And the nomads were very first who domesticated the horses.
And also their house. Here you can see the 360-degree view of the capital of Kazakhstan. which is Nur Sultan. This flipping wall is responding to where you are. So if you are facing the flipping wall, it will start to flip like it's an empty space. At last, this is the most show that we enjoy. It's just because if speaking to innovations, you can say that robots will be the most advanced that you can see. So this dancer is dancing with robotic arm and it's responding the way the dancer dances.
A future where digital and physical worlds coexist. What do we envision about tomorrow? What kind of life awaits us? Our future will depend on the successful interaction between man and machine, between human intelligence and AI. Artificial intelligence has taken a giant step forward, which gives us hope that this technology can help solve some of humanity's greatest challenges. We must keep dreaming of new horizons with unlimited possibilities, even when we face unknown situations. And we don't know what will be next. But hand in hand, we can overcome all obstacles. Because every challenge brings new possibilities.
We finish our top 10. We are expecting to change it maybe 2 or 3 more times, and we are going to update the video because we only finished 100, so it's almost only half of it. So let's see you on the next video, and we are going to upload also the video for the day-to-day progress of our adventure in Expo 2020. See you in the next video. Bye.